What's your name?
Mark Brenner.
Mark Brenner kicking me out of Monday Night Raw, my $5,000 seat.
Yo, face! Show your face, please, with sugar on top!
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/Hookah Anonymous _. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at Hookah Anonymous _ and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, we had to cover this video right here because this just goes to show you the current state of the world we live in today, or should I say have always lived in. Not to mention that as soon as I seen this situation play out, the first thing that came to my head was Jay-Z's song, Story of OJ. And I quote, "Light ninja, dark ninja, fox ninja, real ninja, rich ninja, poor ninja, house ninja, field ninja, still ninja." Right? Let me say that again. Light ninja, dark ninja, fox ninja, real ninja, rich ninja, poor ninja, house ninja, field ninja, still ninja. And if you ever needed a greater example of that statement, here is one we have boldly with Buffalo, New York rapper Westside Gunn. Recently, the rapper was thrown out of a WWE event as he sat in his $5,000 seat for no apparent reason. At least not one that should have a man that supported the sport literally his whole career and have incorporated wrestling literally into everything he does. Westside Gunn has literally single-handedly integrated the sport of wrestling into hip-hop where no other rapper has done so. From his music to his music videos, covers for albums and music art, accessories, all the way down to his clothing line that he has called Fourth Row. This is a move he has done by himself and it has worked, but it's looking like maybe the WWE isn't too fond of him using their likeness or characters when it comes to hip-hop. But if you ask me and others, Westside Gunn is responsible for bringing back the sport in an urban way, whereas at one point in time, wrestling was only thought to be for guys who aren't popular or just nerds. Westside has bridged the gap between street guys who are actually into wrestling and made it okay to admit that you like it no matter what your status is. At least, that's how I see it. Now we're going to get into the video he posted where he's being kicked out of WWE with no explanation at all, and then get into the caption about what he had to say. Y'all check this out.
What's your name?
Mark Brenner.
Mark Brenner kicking me out of Monday Night Raw, my $5,000 seat. For no reason. All these people in here. I didn't even know.
Now it's a lengthy caption where he would take to his Twitter to express himself on being thrown out the event, as he would tweet, quote, "For years, I mean nobody with 2 feet has spent the amount of money I have supporting and pushing a brand I've loved since I could remember. I sat front row at every big show, literally all the good times it brought to my life, to the point where I started making music. I incorporated in everything like Wu-Tang did karate. I made people who hated the product watch it again. I made it look cool when at the time people thought it was nerdy. I've watched that same company sit countless of people next to me who's not even fans for real and act like I don't exist. I was threatening to take everything out of my music, which I only did to pay homage, or my whole catalog would be demolished, and everybody knows how hard I work. Coming from Buffalo, for me to get that threat for just supporting and being a real fan hurted me. But I stayed quiet and still, like a crazy man, sat front row because I love the culture. I even just went viral for spending $50,000 on sweets. On my soul, I've only been respectful. I tried having conversations with one individual because he's causing all of these unnecessary cases, and to be honest, he hates seeing a young black successful entrepreneur that could afford those seats and have to watch those chains dance across that screen, to the point Monday Night Raw starts at 8 p.m. I was kicked out by 8:03 after spending $5,000 for a seat plus travel, hotel, etc. in my own city for absolutely nothing. No lie, the kid in me heart broke that day. I put the billboard up, that $1 Million Man billboard up, which he loves, and I wanted to push him in the culture because he deserves it, and to show Virgil love for the culture, I get a letter saying, so I say, you know what, I'ma show love only to the people that show love to me from now on. So you don't have to worry about me pushing that product over there again. And it's sad because I still love them, but I have my own company, Fourth Row, and yeah, we're the underdogs, but we love this ish. It's not about money. We're going to keep pushing culture, and I'm honored to have @JoshBishop187 on the trilogy cover because he deserves it for believing in me from day one as my first official wrestler. #Hills Have Eyes, #support art. Now Westside isn't wrong at all. His stance is he's basically trying to uphold the untapped culture for the urban community and shine a light on it, in which he did, for others to follow suit and tap in. However, according to him, he's been hit with a cease and desist letter and threatened to have his whole music catalog in jeopardy if he doesn't remove wrestling-related likeness, I guess. I'm not sure. But I do know that as an artist, when you work so hard on your craft for many years, to hear that it can all be taken away over something you didn't even expect and so minuscule, it could be devastating, especially when you was only trying to pay homage. He states that all he was trying to do was integrate wrestling into hip-hop the same way Wu-Tang did with karate. And if you're old enough to remember the effect that Wu-Tang had on its audience using karate and the way they integrated it into the urban community, then you know that it's definitely a brilliant blueprint to follow. And we never heard of Wu-Tang being sued for trying to integrate the Chinese culture into the urban community. However, that's what happens when someone or something wants to show you how much they disapprove of you and what you got going on. And it can't be about the money, because to date, the World Wrestling Federation generates just over $1 billion yearly, but has a market capitalization of approximately $15.48 billion. And I'm sure aside from the diehard wrestling fans, Westside has definitely contributed to getting fans to either attend or watch wrestling in some way, shape, or form over the years with his influence. One user underneath a post concerning the matter will state, quote, Triple H, this how we treating loyal fans and customers. @Stephanie McMahon, this how we treating loyal fans of the sport who've been loyal from day one and put WWE back on the map, especially through hip hop. Images, okay, cool. I guess y'all can retain the rights to those, but really, Wes is always at an event showing love and support for the brand, the business, etc. Don't alienate one of the biggest fans y'all have. And if y'all don't know about this, get in tune. Now, we don't know who Westside Gunn was referring to in his post when he stated that it's one person causing this and he's been trying to talk to him. However, he doesn't want to talk. We do know that as of today, Vince McMahon is the current chief executive, former WWE and WWF wrestler Triple H himself is the chief content officer, head of creative, and executive producer. His wife Stephanie McMahon is just listed as a WWE promoter, but she's also the daughter of Vince McMahon. So I think we all can agree that we see what's going on here. Westside Gunn has done nothing but paid homage and respect to the culture of wrestling and made it cool again. Instead of trying to ban him, if anything, I think it'd be more smarter in their favor to do business with him in some sort of way. Even if you don't want to, trying to go against him is just foolish because he's actually helping the wrestling brand more than anything. So honestly, it'll be a win-win for them unless they just don't want to be bothered with him due to other reasons. I'll just leave it at that. And I know it's easier said than done, but this is why we must build our own. We gotta stop giving our money where we aren't wanted. We have to stop showing up to where we aren't wanted. Can you imagine paying $5,000 for a seat just to be thrown out and all you did was try to show love to the sport? But it did seem like he realized where he went wrong because they already sent him a cease and desist letter, but the kid in him that loved the sport still wanted to attend wrestling matches. Y'all jump in the comments, let me know what y'all think about this. How do y'all feel about Westside Gunn being thrown out of the venue despite paying over $5,000 for a seat and supporting the wrestling culture his whole career? Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time we drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. And I'm out.